Something just happened for work and that. Supposedly, they changed my schedule again because well, the guy's supposed to fucking close today. Supposedly, he made himself into a hospital for 2 fucking weeks. I don't think people really understand how much fucking bullshit these like people at my job just like. I mean, I understand they got their problems and that. I completely agree, but like, it's just the things that other people have to do. Like, I have to do truck today, okay? So I have to fucking close. We don't have a service person. We have a new person. I don't know who else is going to be there, because no one else wants to stand up and make extra money. They don't want to work extra fucking hours. They never fucking do. You know? I mean, it's supposed to be a light day, but it's always the same shit. So, I got a phone call from my, from one of my managers. He's all like, hey, you're gonna have, can you close today? I'm like, okay, yeah, I can close today, I have no problem with it. So once you work, 8 to 4 instead of like 6 to 2. I was like, I don't have any problem doing that shit. It doesn't really bother me too much, but it's just, I'm sitting there like thinking to myself, like, well, fuck, like there's a lot of stupid fucking shit happening. So our service guy evidently got admitted into the hospital, or urgent care, or whatever fucking place that he went to. So I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, okay, it's truck day. So now I gotta put up fucking truck. It's probably gonna, it could be coming later, which I think it's gonna be coming later. I'm just like, so why do I mean, I get why I can say why do I always do this shit? Oh, fuck you, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Every single time, it's always, things fall on my fucking lap, like it's no tomorrow. I'm always getting extra hours. My paychecks are slowly getting bigger. I'm always dealing with more bullshit. While people sit there, like my week goes like this. I start my week off doing the biggest truck that we have. And when I get there, I might get there around like, and I get work probably around like 7, I think. Some days it's 7, some days it's 8, some days it's 6. It all depends on everybody else. So I get there and I'm like, okay, you know what? I know what I have to do. Truck comes in, like, if I get there at 7, it comes in at fucking like 9:40 something. So I'm worried about, getting speed. Because I'm the starter there. So I have to worry about getting speed and shit. So, yeah, worry about getting speed. Like, clarifying my week at my job. Other people can push speed too, and they do. I'm not saying that they don't. But it's just a lot of people that try to push speed are working with people that are new, and they're, still working through the training. So pushing speed when you're new is nearly impossible. And it doesn't really work that well. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, okay, it's like, what can I do to recover myself? What can I do to keep on pushing myself forward? Because I'm dealing with this shit, and not to be a huge dick about it, and kind of be like, oh, I'm the most, dominating person at my job, which, we can say that I fucking am, because, well, I fucking am. Compared to most people that, Just employee-wise, like manager-wise, yeah, there's managers that have more quality than me, of course. But I'm just an employee, so I'm doing so much shit for this job just because I can. And so anyway, so what I'm getting to is that my manager calls me and says, "You gotta work 8 to 4." Something happened with our service station. I'm half asleep because normally I like to sleep. Just remember, woke up at like 6:45, almost 7 o'clock in the morning. After getting back home, I think it fell asleep around close to 4. It was like 3 something. So I got like through like a 3-hour nap. I woke up. I know I had to sleep again. So I'm sitting there. I'm thinking to myself, okay. I'm doing 4-hour cycles of nap. I'll sleep 4 hours, I'll get up, and I go back to bed. Is that as tedious? It's just, I don't know. I guess I like the surprise. Like for the last year or so that I've been working at this place, everything was going pretty good. Like everything was going the same shit every day. Maybe some people would call off, you know. Maybe some people would sit there and be like, you know, I want to leave early and that. But it was every once in a while. Now I've noticed that it's starting to happen a little bit more than usual. And people have been getting sick of that. But like, one of the things, our service guy. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with this dude. The dude said he wasn't feeling well the other day and that, you know, all the anxiety and stress that he's going through because he doesn't want to submit. He doesn't want to fucking sit there and change his life. He wants to be the fucking idiot. You know, when he's at his job, he worries about his job, but he also worries about, you know, making connections and shit like he's some hood rat. I'm like, dude, the hood rat shit is over with, bro. This ain't the 90s. All the shit that people do is on the internet. Like, you want attention by giving out product. You're giving out your worked product to a certain extent to satisfy fucking just stupid people. Like for instance, like we had these 2 chicks that come in. They were sitting there, they're asking for extra food for free. I'm like, and he just make it. I'm like, why? Like it was a week ago. If I wasn't gonna make it, he was literally gonna come in and fucking make it. So like whatever. They said, oh, we missed some food a week ago. No receipt, nothing to actually show any indication of it. I said, if it happened a week ago, sorry, we have, it's like a 24-hour period, give or take. And, you know, nothing was written on our board. And he said that to me. But because they were women, and he's a simp, and he gave in to them, and he was like, we're just getting the food. I'm like, dude, like, we can't just keep on doing this. These kids literally have to be co-reliable, that they're just fucking stealing from us. It doesn't even matter if we give it to them, they're manipulating us to steal from us, and you're just giving them stuff, even though they already bought stuff. Literally, they bought stuff, and they're asking for more stuff, just buy it. Oh, but I missed some things, like, a lot of times we don't miss items to a certain extent. Especially when you're only ordering like 6 things. Especially when they're very easy made items. We tend not to miss too much when it comes to that. Like when there's a lot of items on there and they got a lot of different things that are changed, yeah, sometimes we might actually not put certain things on there, but we potentially are like 95% accurate when it comes to things. 5%, we might screw up on little things. But that's just how it is when you work in a place like this. You're gonna mess up a little bit because people order a lot of fucking food. Surprisingly. And we're just sitting there. And we talked about it. And dude, stop forcing stuff. You're giving people like, you know, like he gives people like little extra products. It's not a lot of things though. It's like little things. But it potentially adds up because it's a business exchange without having any exchange. It's just you're doing your own personal business with someone else's business, with someone else's product to gain favoritism over things. So you're like, oh look at me, I'm one of the cool kids on the block. Yeah, you know what cool kids do? Eventually, they grow up. That's what cool kids do. Eventually, the cool kid at school, the one that's always, you know, doing everything first, you can say, well, how do you categorize to be cool? Well, what do you mean what cool actually is? The word cool means you do something that's fun and exciting and normally rebellious. Normally, it probably goes against the law, and that's why people like it, because it's exciting. But when you get older, you don't do that shit anymore. Because normally it's pointless anyway, because you shouldn't care about that stuff. Some people never grow out of that mentality. They keep that mentality, well, for fucking ever. And you look at their lives, and you sit there and you're just like, dude, you haven't grown up since you were fucking like 13, bro. Like, you can gain all these experiences, which is probably going to happen no matter what you do. Because as you get older, you get more experience. That's cool. But the mentality of your mind never grows. Because you're not submitting to a different lifestyle. You just keep on pushing the same one. That's why it's understanding what a grown-up is and what a mature person is. They make sure that their adult side stays adult side. So when they have to deal with things with their adult side, they know how to be an adult. Well, these people, so to say, they don't know how to be an adult all the time. They tend to want to be a child most of the times. And that's how you get your selective issues with people that have a childlike mind. So if you want to make money, you have to be mature. Because you have to work with people that are mature. It doesn't mean they can't laugh. It doesn't mean they can't have fun. They have to be mature. That's the reason why I have to say, you know, like how I used to be. I used to be the favoritism type person. You know, always wanting attention and shit. And I can understand certain people stay like that their whole entire fucking damn lives.
We got Zeds en route.
And honest truth is, it kind of fucking sucks.
Don't think they died of natural causes.
Because that is a shitty fucking lifestyle to fucking have.
You're done. Whatever did this is still out here.
You know, it's just like the way people think in life. It just makes me laugh because, like, you know damn well that you're gonna have to fucking do things a specific way eventually. But some people never fucking grow up, and it happens.
One less bloody witch. So far, so good. But yeah, and I don't know, the reason why I'm bringing up these the situation I have to deal with, because it's for 2 weeks. So now I gotta think of all the stuff that I have to personally do. This dude's gonna be gone on the days that I fucking work. And so I have to deal with all this fucking I'm working
bullshit.
here.
So now it's just gonna be kind of tedious, you know. Like, oh my god, I gotta do this fucking bullshit.
Seen enough death for one day.
I think I might keep this on.
Freak show. I'm lit up like a bleeding Christmas tree. You're proper cooks, mate. She sung her last song. Whatever did this is still out here.
Clean.
Looks like we're not top of the food chain.
That's funny. Okay, I got about 10 minutes left. Specialist heat. That's cool.
And the grenade launcher in this is really fucking good. Perfect. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. It's gonna be 2 fucking weeks supposedly.
I do enjoy that.
We'll see what happens because I
Don't like what I don't see.
Exactly what's gonna happen.
Seconds, Nightfall.
Don't think they died of natural causes. How's that for a bit of a bulldog spirit? Sending a real threat. This place is a bloody charnel house. Suddenly I have a real craving for chicken kebab. Had a hell of a lot of spirit, that one. You're all a credit to Nightfall.
Has been his job for so damn long, he doesn't even care. That's just so funny when you get old and you gotta just like do the same things so long. You just, yeah, I really don't.
A fool and his money, you're soon parted.
I think that's the biggest thing about getting older, and like the experiences that you get when you get into like your late 30s, early 40s. But like you just go through all this experience, and you learn all this crap. You're all like, yeah. You talk to older people that like all in their 50s. Like, man, it's like I wish I was in my 30s again. Like, yeah, it's like I don't ever wish I was in my 20s. I didn't like my 20s too much. Too much anxiety, too much this. I was going through too much learning process. I said a good age would be right around where I'm at. I'm actually starting to grasp stuff. I'm learning stuff. I'm actually not, I'm not trying to fucking destroy myself with stupid things like worry about relationships, stuff like that. Like, to me personally, no, that shit fucking matters. Like, yeah, whatever. I just don't fucking care about that crap. I love my life. I love what I do. Do I want more money? And that when it comes down to like jobs, yeah, I wish I had my old job back. At working at Zips and that. I love working at Zips. I thought Zips was a fantastic job. I mean, not that it was easy. It's just the money flow was nice. It was comfortable. I didn't have to deal with too much bullshit. But the biggest problem was just, with jobs that are easy, normally have really lazy fucking workers. And like, we always hired so many fucking people. It got to the point where just like, it was kind of tedious. And to me, it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just one of those days, man. Okay, I got about 10 minutes left. Yeah, I probably should finish this round off, because I'm almost done with it anyway.
Quit that squawk.
I'm gonna start playing some games. I hope they bring back the fucking castle thing.
Bloody hell! Bloody cacophony in here. Good. Yeah, you faced them clearly.
Guns are fun, but don't forget syringes.
Guns are fun. Yeah. Stick with this gun.
That's more like it.
She's on a
bloody scientist again. On it. Dead yet.
You catch people on fire with this guy, his bash is enormous fucking damage. And they don't have a weakness either, they just do damage. Okay, so we did 2 waves. We did 2 rounds. got some points for this thing. Shit. But yeah, it's just stupid shit I gotta fucking deal with. And you would think like that the job is so easy. It's stressful because like if people have trust issues and that, which a lot of people seem to do, it gets a little tedious. But it's nothing fucking ridiculous. Like I say to people, that's like, okay, you know, it's like if you go into work and that, you go to work to make money and to try to get to know people. You start your family job, you know. You start your family in your workplace. You know, you want to be treated with respect, so you give out respect as much as you can. you shouldn't care about if people respect you, because sometimes, well, most times actually, you know, some people don't respect you and up front. You know, most people don't. Most people tend to like be very judgmental over you until you establish your front, which is basically saying you establish, you know, the way you want people to look at you. The people in workplaces, you know, like when I was younger and that, like, you can learn about how people are and that when you talk to people from work and that. Like, see, the job I'm working at, the place has been around since I was like, I think that place has been around since I was 5 years old. So, like, the place I'm working at got built in 95. And so it's been around for 31 years. So it's been around for pretty much my whole entire life. So for 31 years of my life. And I've been going up to that place that I work at since I was in like high school. I went up there and I always got, you know, and I don't know the people that used to work there and that. Obviously it was a lot different back then. But, you know, none of those people worked there besides, actually, yeah, no one worked there that I know now. Like, and they kept on cycling people and that. And I always thought about it, it's like, you know, it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up type shit. It was, you know, oh, I want to be a doctor because they make a lot of money now. And then when you look at it, you're like, oh, I'll be a doctor because they make a lot of money now. And you're like, but the thing is about a doctor is to become a doctor, you have to spend a lot of money. Okay, so that's how you make money, by spending money? That's the market exchange. So how about market exchange? You gotta spend money to make money. But if you have no money to spend, guess what? You gotta work shit fucking jobs. You gotta work the poopy jobs. The jobs that no one wants to really work. That no one wants to really deal with. And so you pick and choose the shit job that you work. I just said, like, one of the shit jobs I worked was a factory job. I fucking hated it. I worked in a plastic factory for a little bit. I hate the job. It was terrible. I could barely, like, certain positions were easier than others. Basically, they leave you alone. They leave you alone in a place, in like a little cubicle area, where you constantly do plastic work. But not every day you do easy plastic work. Some days you'll do extremely hard plastic work, where it's just really fucking tedious shit. And one of the days I did something that was super tedious. It was on a timer of like 2 minutes, and you had to do this gigantic fucking tube of fucking plastic. And you had to sit there and trim off the hedges and that. But sometimes you can't trim it off good because you'll end up denting it. And they don't want you to dent it because it's a product thing that doesn't work if you dent that. So they give you certain tools in that. But the thing of it is, it was on a big timer, and the timer was just too fast, and I couldn't do it. I'm gonna be straight up, like it was something that was actually rather difficult. The other guy did just fine. He did it really quick in that. But it was my first time doing it. The other guy even told him, like, how the fuck you do it so fast? And I was like, I'm trying to trim it. He's like, I'm just used to it because he was working there a lot longer than me. So he was used to trimming it. He trimmed it fast enough, and you had to weigh it, and you had to write down the fucking weight, and you had to send it over before the next one dropped. Well, what happens is, I couldn't even fucking weigh the damn thing. Like, I couldn't even trim it fast enough. By the time I got there and I threw it on the thing, he's like, you have to weigh it and write it down. I'm like, dude, there's no way I can do this. Like, it's too quick. They're producing way too many of these up front. I'm like, this is kind of ridiculous. I'm like, I don't want to be on a timer and sit there and like it didn't make any sense to me logically. I'm like, this is retarded. They could slow it down by a whole fucking minute and still get product out and make it more secure for the fucking worker. And that's what it was. And it was just like, these factory jobs are like, you produce all this fucking shit, and these motherfuckers make millions and millions of dollars a day. And, they pay for a lot of people. Like, 20, 30 people go to work, day, they like morning time, mid, and night time. And it got to the point where you're like, it was super fucking tedious. And so I told one of the managers, I was like, dude, I can't do this shit, bro. Like, I'm fucking up too much. It's like, you guys gotta put me someplace that makes it a lot more easier for me. And eventually they end up just letting me go because I wasn't the main person there. Like, normally, you get into that place because you get into their union there. And I don't give a fuck about unions. Sorry to say, unions are dying out because they're just too much fucking money regulation. They make way too much fucking money for very little work. And like, and it's not to say that like that union that I was working at, honestly, there would be no way I wanted to get into it because the work was too stupid. It wasn't anything that was like, it was just that job. Like the other job was a lot fucking better. It was just so much better to do. When I went to Zips and that, it was such a good job. Like I said, I'm more of a customer service person. It's not to say I can't do things, that are difficult and that. Yeah, I do things, but it has to be in a timely manner. My way of timely manner. I don't like doing the machine work bullshit and that. That had to be forced to move super fucking fast because of their time limit and shit. But anyway, I can get going to work in that.